só chegar a esta casa.
Because I don't want to hate them. I don't want to bring them suffering. On the contrary, I want them to be happy.
You will, yes, Vap. You have no place in that happiness, though. It is a happiness that rests upon your misfortune. Why, then, should you not drag them down so you can find respite for yourself?
I want to find no respite by cursing them.
How can you be so sure of that, my dear? I most certainly found a great deal of it myself. You're trying to follow your conscience. I can see that. But that good is superficial, and all it does is shackle you. Remove the shackles, and everything will be so much easier.
Nothing you say can convince me to kill my family.
Why not someone who isn't family, then? Surely you can think of at least one person you would like to see dead. Like Amy?
Yeah.
Maybe Amy. I bet you would like to see Amy dead, Yes, Michelle?
Oh, I most certainly can. I could kill her 12 times and it wouldn't be enough. But just because I would be happy with her death doesn't mean there aren't people who would be sad to lose her. She's like literally tricking your brother and was sleeping with your other brother.
Yeah.
And she's probably influencing his mom to send him letters about femininity and stupid shit like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Remove any one person from that group and the whole thing could come crashing down. All because I couldn't restrain my own hate.
Your concern for them will devour you.
Don't think I'm not aware of that.
You aren't. You don't know that at all. The only reason you give them any consideration is because, deep down, you still have hope. But hope has a way of forsaking those who give it a home. You have a problem, and you need to take care of it before it kills you. You and I, we were cut from the same cloth. While you may still care for your family now, in time you will come to curse them. Consider that a warning, Michel. Your hatred, your curse, is what brought me back to life. And there is no getting around that. We do have plenty of time, though. No need to rush a decision. I'll show you what it is you truly desire deep, deep down. And I'll show you again and again until you finally acknowledge it.
The black butterfly hovering by the window disappeared. His voice grew distant, overwhelmed. I collapsed to the floor unconscious. Had I really said what I did out of love for my family? Or was I just afraid of crossing that line? Was Morgana right? Was my heart now home to a terrible monster? If I had actually had resurrected the witch with my hatred, maybe that was what I was now. Darkness seeped down over me once more. I was again encased in a pool of despair. Slowly, ever so slowly, it wore away at me, eroding me into nothing. If I didn't come up for air, I soon would take the witch's offer. Cackling like a demon, I would place a curse on someone. I would kill them. Reviving her was a mistake I never should have made. And not for the greater good, or anything so noble. No, every time she spoke, a little more of my spirit died. From that day on, Morgana's voice became a constant fixture in my life. Curse them, kill them, curse them. She serenaded directly into my ear. No matter where I hid or how deep I put my fingers in my ears, her voice resounded directly. Hearing an incessant stream of curses from a disembodied voice was so unreal, so unbelievable, that I felt as though I was being dragged away from the realm of humanity. There was an odd, unsettling magnetism in her voice, allowing her malevolence to seep into me. It was downright torturous.
Curse them. Revile them. Do you really need to be in your right mind, honestly? Your fixation on holding on to your sanity is what's causing you so much anguish. Admit it. There's more darkness, more seething malice inside you than anyone else. That's why you were the one who resurrected me. Admit it. You do want them cursed, don't you? You do want to kill them, don't you?
No, I don't. I don't want that at all. I've told you this already.
You're so desperate to deny it, Michel. It can only mean it's true. You would be able to maintain your calm if you were truly free of guilt.
I do not wish to kill them, or Georgie's, or mother, or father. I have no desire whatsoever to see them dead. He doesn't bring up Amy. Your constant babbling is messing with my head.
Be honest with yourself, Michel. You do imagine what it would be like to hold their warm intestines on your hands, standing over their bodies.
Well, no, I don't. That's not what I want.
Don't lie, Michel. You climbed the tower. You opened the door. You sought me.
No, I wasn't in control.
No, Michel, you were.
Enough! I'm done listening to you.
Now, don't take your anger out on inanimate objects, Michel. Do you even know where I am?
Where are you?
I'm standing behind you. In front of you. Oh, oops, now I'm beside you.
You're just playing around with me, Morgana, mocking me for your own amusement.
Not at all, my dear. In fact, I consider you a close friend. Why would I mock someone who means so much to me?
We are not close.
You will come to understand in time that we are very much the same. And when you do, you will also know that I am the one person who truly understands you.
Enough. Enough. Enough!
Let it all go, Michel. Curse it all with me. Despise it. Kill it. Make it suffer. Curse it.
Please, just stop.
And where might you be going, Michel? Wherever you run, I will always be by your side. Are you going to pray to God to exorcise me? Now that's quite amusing, considering I am the child of... I'm not trying to hurt you, Michel. On the contrary.
Stop talking. Please, just stop.
I want to set you free of your misery.
I can't take it anymore. Please just be quiet. Who's there?
I am, here to deliver your monthly package.
I see.
Oh, Michel? Is something the matter?
I opened the door, and there stood a servant of the Bollinger estate. He seemed to be quite perturbed by the sight of me. I must have looked terrible. Morgana's voice, her words, sapped my spirit dry. A human. A normal person, not a witch, or a spirit, or a demon. I knew good and well that the servant would never do anything to help me. He wouldn't believe a word I said. But at that point, his humanity was enough for me to latch onto. Help me, please.
Pardon?
The witch. She talks to me. She never stops talking. I'm begging you. Please get me out of here. Let me go back home in your carriage. Please, let me go back. The witch's voice. It's killing me. It won't go away. I can't escape it. Please, I need your help.
You've gone mad.
What?
You're crazy. Ugh. See, this is why I didn't want this job. Having to deliver supplies to this damned cursed mansion. Having to get anywhere near the Bolliner's youngest child.
No, I am perfectly...
You sold your soul to the devil. Don't think I'm in the dark about that.
No, I did no such thing.
You're completely insane.
No.
I'm done with this damned job. It's not worth all the riches in the world. Not if it means I have to be around a lunatic like you for even a minute. Well, thanks, asshole.
Am I still getting my package? Aw. Why? I am not crazy. I am perfectly sane. I'm not...
Michel, your mind is far, far from sound.
I won't hear it. I am not mad, damn it. I am not in... I won't hear it. The witch spent nearly every moment of every day at my side, talking and talking and talking about how mean-spirited humans were, how ugly they were, an endless loop of vitriol, and she never seemed to tire of it either. Every single day, on and on and on. She also made a point of reminding me about myself, everything I was trying to get away from. But as much as I fought to ignore her, to not let the things she said in, she slipped past every wall I put up, her every word warping me. There was no escape.
Curse them. Revile them. Remember. Remember the things they did to you. Close your eyes and envision it. Remember. Remember the scorn in their eyes. The way their lips twisted as they laughed. You need only curse them, and you can wipe those reprehensible smirks out of existence.
I'm serious. Please stop this, Morgana. Please stop talking to me. I'm begging you. I seriously can't take it anymore.
Oh, now why would you say that, my dear? It's just the two of us in this gloomy old house. I don't see what's wrong with a little conversation.
Your voice, everything you say, is eating away at me.
I care for you, and everything I say is meant to help set you free. So I will continue saying it. You're allowed to hate the people who have wronged you. They don't deserve happiness. Someone who's always smiling for you is someone who's certain to betray you. Someone who values themselves above all will not hesitate to put others' lives on the line. Someone who covets wealth and power will sacrifice his friends and family to obtain it. These are the kinds of people you once surrounded yourself with.
I have told you repeatedly that I will not curse anyone.
Why must you be so stubborn, my dear?
I could ask you the same. Why won't you just leave me be?
Because I can't stand to see you like this. With one word, you could be free of your pain. But because you insist on shackling yourself to your idea of family, you're making yourself miserable. We are the same type of person, Michel. The type who has the right to curse others. Regardless of what kind of childhood you had or how much hatred it instilled in you, Michel, you are a cursed man named after an angel. You need to realize how twisted you are, and soon.
I am not twisted.
Do you honestly believe you're still normal? Tell me what's normal about someone who happily embraces a skeleton. Tell me what's normal about someone who hacks away at a girl's face with a knife.
That's pretty normal considering what he's been through.
Yeah, you are not normal, and I will repeat it as many times as I have to. You need to accept that. Why must you hold so tightly to your sanity? If you would just let it go, you wouldn't have to suffer. No one is going to come and save you, my dear. The only thing that can save you anymore is your loathing. We are the same.
I am nothing like you. I am not a witch. I am not cursed. I'm human.
Man?
Yes, a man.
With that body? Oh, my dear friend. Let me tell you something you should be quite pleased to hear. Do you know what some say about people like you? Those who are neither male nor female? That they are like unto God.
Like unto God.
Indeed. You should have been worshipped for your divinity, but instead your family cursed you. Yep, Michel is intersex. You're not human. From the second life was first breathed into you, your fate was decided.
No, you're wrong.
If I really were wrong, you would not be here now. You would be back home with your family. Perhaps you would have a pretty little wife, living a normal, happy life together. But you have long since strayed from that path. It's well out of sight now.
I have not. I am human. I'm a person, a normal person. The youngest son of the Bollinger estate. I am an ordinary man. No one, not a single person believed me. Not even the witch was willing to consider me human, never mind my family. The archangel, whose name I shared, looked down on me. The witch tried to drive me into her world. My past constantly ate away at me. I had been imprisoned in this place for far too long. There was nothing I could do about my body. All of those things combined threatened to break me. I let out a scream and stumbled out of the room in a frenzy. I had to get out of that place. It didn't matter anymore that I was forbidden from leaving the property. I just wanted all of it out of sight. If they wouldn't let me come home, then I would run away. It was all I could do. I wanted to get myself anywhere that might have even the slightest bit of light to share with me. I was desperate. Someone, anyone, please, tell me I'm human. Tell me I'm a man. Anyone, please tell me I'm not cursed. But when I opened the front door, searing light pierced my eyes. The world quickly went white. I couldn't see a thing, and my arm began to burn beneath the sunlight. Black smoke rose from the sizzling flesh. A sickening stench filled the air. Excruciating pain quickly spread to the rest of my body. Why am I... Water! I slammed the door shut, restoring darkness. Gasping and groaning, I trudged back into the house in search of water, which I'm sure the witch Morgana observed with a great deal of...
I don't think you're in need of any water. Take another look at yourself.
With what little light managed to worm its way into the corridors to guide me, I dragged myself to the chapel, stopping beneath the pale light shining through the stained glass window. How? I wasn't burned. In fact, my skin hadn't even turned the slightest bit pink. There was nothing wrong with me as far as I could see. Where had that pain come from then? And the distinct stench of burning flesh? This is your doing, isn't it, Morgana?
That's what I'm thinking, Moon. I don't know. I know what you're experiencing. It happened to me too. Sometimes, enough emotional distress and despair can cause physical pain. The mind and body are much more tightly linked than you think, and your mind is far more damaged than you know. You poor, poor thing. You have my sympathy, my dear. You sad little child.
Collapsed on the floor in front of the colored window. I felt like the whole world was closing in on me. Or perhaps metamorphosing around me. I was completely and utterly cornered, and there was no getting around that. Which left me with only one option. To stop fighting and accept the harsh reality before me. It would make everything so much easier. The whole world said there was something wrong with me, and I was the only one who tried to So in the world's eyes, that meant there was something wrong with me. I was abnormal. I was irregular. I was mad. I was cursed. I was not human. I was not a man. If I'm not human or male, maybe I should just call myself a witch. I did, however, remain firm in my refusal to curse anyone, unwilling to give up that last piece of my humanity. Everything else I let go of, which took a great deal of weight off me. I stopped caring, and I stopped thinking. I stopped wanting someone to accept me, and I stopped wanting to run away. Sunlight no longer caused me agonizing, unseen burns, but in exchange, I became emotionally empty. I discarded my faith and my hope, building a shell of cynicism and closing myself within it. And in time, that became my normal. I began to believe it was what I wanted. Tranquility filled my days. Time trudged onward at an almost imperceptible pace. The witch's whispers were no longer caused me aggravation. Essentially nothing of note happened over the next 2 years. At one point, a man in an unusual disease stumbled across the mansion while wandering through the forest. But there's little more to be said about that. For nothing at all could have convinced me.
That's an odd detail to include.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember if we have had anything like that come up in any of the past stores.
I don't think so.
Like the only... That's gonna be a thing. That's something important, but
Ah, I can't remember any disease in the. Yeah, I can't remember anything about disease in any of the first 3 doors or the fourth one.
Yeah, the only person who ever like wandered to the mansion was that guy who in the fake 4th chapter that
Yeah.
attacked Giselle.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all I know.
Hmm.
For nothing at all could have convinced me to care about someone else. I spent much of my time sitting before the fireplace. I covered the stained glass window with drapes, loath to even think about that damned archangel. Staring at the dancing flames, I was able to forget the passage of time. Watching, unblinking, as the red and orange tongues flicked back and forth. They seemed to spread outward from the fireplace, consuming me, whether by the raging infernos of hell or the cleansing fires of purgatory. Thus the ashes by a massive conflagration was quite pleasant. But those visions never became reality.
Tell me, Michel, what are you thinking of right now? Do you still not want to curse them? Look at yourself, Michel. Look at how you are living. Do you really want this life? Have you ever thought about dying? Michel, would you like to die? That's the right answer. God has said that taking one's own life is a sin after all. That's good, Michel. You've made the right decision. And I shall be there with you until the very end, my dear friend.
Honestly, part of me did desire death. I just didn't have enough energy to take my own life. My mind and spirit were far too decayed. However, in my 10th year, the door opened once more, and time sputtered back into motion. When you showed up, Giselle, everything I'd given up on, and everything I had thought I had lost, it all came back. At first, as you know quite well, I was deeply mistrustful of you. I hated having you around. But if I hadn't met you, in all likelihood, I probably would have continued down that path and become a
But you seem to me like a rather handsome man. I think I get what you're trying to say, but my mental image of a witch is definitely more a woman. So you're not a witch? To tell you the truth, I didn't know who might be here, which had me rather scared. But I think I can make this work. It's a pleasure to meet you, Master.
After taking care of Giselle, I returned to my room. I was, to be quite honest, dumbfounded. And it was, naturally, the witch who stoked the fire of my apprehension.
Why would you let that woman stay here? She came from the Bulliner estate, and we both know how you feel about your family. Chase her out. Give her a little scare, and she'll be gone within the day. If you'd rather not, I could always frighten her in your place. A rattling window here, a couple of broken glasses there. Small things like that to accentuate the eerie atmosphere. Are you going to say anything?
Why do you care about her at all?
Oh, now, don't be like that. I live here too, so why shouldn't I care? And I am not fond of noisy people. Or sprightly women like that one. That's something we can both agree on, isn't it? You don't like that woman, do you? The more a person smiles, the less you can trust them. Though I hardly have to tell you that, do I?
Stop talking.
Now, that's not very polite.
This is a family matter. It is none of your concern.
I was merely offering to help you get rid of a pest.
I don't need your help. I will get rid of that woman when I'm ready.
If so, the killer could have tripped the breaker as soon as that girl left the office. Don't you think?
I see. That might have happened.
The question is whether Peko's stomachache was a coincidence or if someone intentionally caused it. Depending on the answer, the outcome of this trial could change drastically.
Okay. Something about Teru's food. Knife, AC timer, night vision goggles, embarrassing pose, party dishes. I have no idea how embarrassing. Did you get anything? Did you eat anything weird? I don't remember eating anything weird. Now that you mention it, you brought food to the office, right? Just a little bit from the dining hall. There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think? Teru cooked the food, how suspicious. I wouldn't do anything like that. Laxatives would ruin the taste. Huh.
Whether Peko's stomachache was a coincidence or if someone intentionally caused it. We need to clarify that first.
I guess, maybe... What were the other ones again? Yeah, it's the only one that makes sense to me.